best. Ramon SEO to the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam for Tuesday, May 28th. I think, make sure I get these days right after the holiday. I'm calling out different days. I don't know what's going on, but welcome to the Morning Steam as we get ready for our regular week here on Tuesday following playoff action last night in Major League Baseball. And how'd it go for you guys with the card last night? Wanted to start off by saying that me and all Helix Highlanders, Helix High graduates are mourning the loss of Bill Walton, the man who even found time for little old me a couple of times when I was a newspaper reporter in the East County of San Diego. I am a Helix Highlander, just like Bill Walton. So we know what Billy from La Mesa meant to everyone, to our community, and to, basketball in general. Everyone pretty much universally lauded and loved Big Bill. The big redhead passes away at the age of 71. He did hint a little bit about his cancer, his health a little bit. I think that even made him more exuberant with his personality over the last year or two. And we didn't see Bill too much since late in the season. And ironically, as the Pac-12 comes to a close in its history here this past weekend, so does the life of Bill Walton. Interviewed him twice over time, and also called a charity basketball game. Bill didn't play. He was not able to play by that time. He had been retired a few years, but certainly take a moment. And of course, his backup center in high school became the longtime basketball coach. Of course, he was coached mostly by Gordon Nash at Helix, and John Singer. Shout out to John. We've talked betting in the past, but he was his backup center, and I was his teacher's aide for like 3 years, and really got to know what Bill was all about before he became Bill, kind of to a certain extent. His career had already been well underway by the time I was cognizant of what was going on. I mean, Bill is 16 years my senior. So, all right, thanks for putting up with that, but certainly someone I'm very fond of. And, amazing all these media guys from my high school, right? I mean, you think about, Bill Walton, pretty great. And, and some others out there too. Reggie Bush is in the media now, and Alex Smith does a good job. There's some others too, but I won't bore you. How about me? I'm here with you guys on the Morning Steam on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut, as we get ready for our sports betting day. And, well, hopefully the basketball playoffs aren't over here with the semifinals tonight with the Western Conference, because we saw, of course, yesterday the Boston Celtics close it out late. Another we don't really know what we're doing here moment for the Indiana Pacers, squandering a little bit of a lead there late. Did feel like the momentum was all on Boston, and they get the win. We did have a premium pick winner with the Indiana Pacers. They did it. They covered the spread despite the loss. But, man, Boston now, we already talked about it, right? The NBA Finals doesn't start until June 6th. I did say it's May 28th. There are 31 days in this month. So we got a ways to go. And if the series ends tonight, we're not going to be talking basketball very much here for a week or so. Also, in hockey last night, the Dallas Stars take the lead in the series as a small dog, winning it over Edmonton. The depth of Dallas proves maybe to be the best, coming back from that deficit, and a pretty wild game, certainly. But Dallas in the end, 5-3 at the empty netter, and the Stars are back in control in the Western Conference. We get ready for tonight's action as well with Rangers in Florida, NBA, Minnesota, and Dallas. We'll talk about it. Get you started with a little bit of morning steam right here, right now, with the baseball game that's just been on the move, and it's a game that I was going to support. So let me just pass it along to you right now as we get started. It's a game between the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. This one is seeing big time steam to the under. It's got our one of our favorites, of course, Jesus Luzardo. Apparently, he might have a good game today. He's up against Matt Waldron, the knuckleballer. We are seeing right now this total has moved from pretty much like a 7.5 flat, maybe slight juice to the under. Now it's heavily juiced to the under at 7.5, or it's already 7 over at minus 120 or so. I see minus 125 at Bovada, but I like the under in this one with Luzardo and Waldron, and that total is moving lower. We'll talk for a few moments about the game, but that kind of will start us off here on the morning steam. I'll say hello to you folks in the chat as we get rolling here on the show. I'm, kind of bummed, man. I mean, I want to watch some tennis, and I like to watch a lot of matches. I appreciate that we have, a roof to close a few of the courts so we can watch a couple of matches while it's raining, but a big time rain delay here for most of the matches at the French Open today. We've already seen some moments, right? I said yesterday we'll have a few hours of drama left with Rafa Nadal, and yep, we did. And boy, was it a emotional, fun time. Even though Rafa ended up losing in straight sets to Zverev, a great moment there at the end with the Rafa addressing the crowd at Roland Garros, maybe his last time there at the French Open. He already said he's back. He will be back for the Olympics in France, and maybe he can get a gold medal here. He'll be taking it seriously. Now, I don't know if everyone does. Tennis could, pretty good support from the pros since its return to the Olympics. Rafa might be in an advantage here. Maybe they, winning a big tournament for a lot of money is one thing, but you know what? Rafa might have a little bit of an emotional edge come Olympics tennis time. And we just saw this morning, kind of just a personal favorite of mine, but Alizé Cornet, her career was wrapped up in her straight set loss to Qinwen Zhang, but not just her French Open career. The French woman ended her career with a straight set loss, and they gave her a real nice trophy for her, great play over the years of the French woman, and multi-time tournament title winner. All right, a little bit more steam coming in as we get rolling here on the morning steam. And it's on the Red Sox and the Orioles game to go under. You guys, this was one that I was going to be on. So let me just pass it along to you right now because it looks like this total, which was 8.5, maybe it was juiced to the under. It certainly started out slightly juiced to the over, but this is another one where certainly a significant enough move to the under. If you love playing overs, these are really the games you should look for, not the ones I think where, and you know me, I'm giving out the under in this game. I think the move is correct, but for all the talk about how things work with steam and playing totals one way or the other, I don't think the way to sometimes play those overs. Now I will jump on over steam certainly, but for those that are apt to never bet an under, right? You should probably only try to stick to the overs where you have seen this type of significant move on the under, because you're getting some good value there. Now, granted, if it's some Colorado game and everyone's piling on and they can't stop and the bookies can't stop it, I get it. But I just was thinking of that earlier today when I was looking at, probably another uh, set of unders here with you on the show, quite frankly, today. And that's another one right now for me. Boston and Baltimore. We'll give a few notes on it in a little bit. We're seeing a lot of line movement here right now on this Tuesday. Uh, Let me get your comments, you guys, and say hello. I see already now 30 in here. So, hello and welcome to Thomas. And Justin was here as well. And also, Doubles, good morning and welcome. Brent Cook is here today. And Curtis also joining us. And how about we say hello to Fernando? I don't have any Fernando, if you got some, oh, I do I have one soccer play. I'm going to go way off the board here. I really don't know if I would have any of this here, but I do have one play that I've made, and it's something I can get. Oh, I hope Wi-Fi is working right now. I feel like I'm down. Oh, here before I give you this play, Doubles says we have the WNBA. I know I'm not on right now. It feels like. Um, I have no bars on my end, and I'm starting to be very upset. But all right, I'm going to try to hang in here and keep the show going. Hopefully, you guys are seeing me. And Thomas has pointed out. Let me see if I could just ride this through a little. There we go. I think I'm back here. Let me know. Maybe you guys saw me the whole time. I just felt like I was not there. I just felt like I wasn't all there. So I think I do have you back now. Double says we've got WNBA. Oh, I don't feel like I'm back now. Here all of a sudden. Yep, I'm lagging like crazy here. Let me just hang on here, see if I can work through this a little bit without having to restart or anything like that. I've just had problems for about a week, and now that we're through the holiday, if I need to get some service out here, I will. I thought it was going to be, maybe fixable on my end. Now I feel like I'm totally back here right now, you guys. Let me see. I feel like I'm back. Welcome back to the morning steam. I'm Ramon Scott, and let's get rolling with saying hello to some folks. I know I'm back. I feel like I'm totally back here right now. And Fernando here today. Right before the interruption there, I think I was going to pass along a play, and the play in soccer here today. A little bit tough with the card. There's really not much of a card. I'm going to take Racing Club against Luqueño today in Copa Sudamericana play today. It's the only thing I really even looked at. And that's my one play. That'd probably be it in soccer. I'll just give it right here on the show. We don't cover that uh, league or that tournament in at tonyspicks.com, but we don't have much going in soccer today. So let me know, Fernando. That's what I got. Racing Club. I think you could probably lay a goal and a half there, maybe with against Luqueño here. Let me catch up in the chat because I was clicking buttons like nobody's business. See where I left off. Thank you for all of your help there. Trying to. M Looks is here today. Oh no, am I? I am laggy. I mean, you guys are gonna stop coming around if I'm all, you know. All right. Doubles, yeah, cut it all off. Just yeah, cut it all off. I am. Everything's cut off here already. I just had a little bit something. All right, Jeff, thank you for your comments as well. And Fiddlehead's here today. I think it's all. I think we're working. Yeah, yeah, Thomas. I don't have much in soccer, so. Uh, Thanks, Justin. All right. All right. Thanks. Okay. let me go over to Tony'sPicks.com and maybe just stall a little bit, spare a little time before we get rolling on the picks. And I feel like we'll have a pretty good day. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well right now, and so are the other handicappers at Tony'sPicks.com. And we'll take a look and see who's hot. I've got a lot of work to do to stay hot coming up here, but all right, here we go. I think I'm still on, you guys. I'll cut the show short if it's too terrible. I'd rather have a high quality show than a poor quality show, I guess. But take a look here at Tony'sPicks.com, and we have Mark Eubanks on top of the handicapper leaderboards. He went 67% last night. Good day for Butterscotch. Here's Bo Dunn with 80%. I'm up there on the handicapper leaderboards for another day here. I'm definitely on a winning streak, up over 2.5 units. Hollywood Sam, 75%. Tim Irwin won his only play, as did EPA Sports Hoops. Jerry Lewis, 2-1. Nick Lagarettos, 2-1. OG Cappers VIP is 2-1. Mindy Hahn, 4-3. Take a look at the handicapper leaderboards for the last week, and it feels like old school here a little bit at Tony'sPicks.com with Jerry Lewis and Tiffany Mance, both 20-7. I'm up there also, nearly 9 units over the last week. Mindy's up there as well, 7.5 units, and Tony T, 6 3/4 units. That feels like the old crew there a little bit on the weekly leaderboards for the last 30 days. There's Butterscotch up nearly 20 units of profit. Tony T continues to be hot, up 15 units. Ruben Marlboro up over 12 units. Jerry Lewis nearly 12 units. And Ron Hahn clicking in 8.25 units. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code Tony T at checkout. That'll save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine, on Tuesday in Major League Baseball and those playoff sports. I'll probably be rolling with at least a 7-pack today if we're rolling in baseball. So hit me up over at Tony'sPicks.com. Why not grab a 3-day sports pass and let's ride the middle of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you buy this package after 3 p.m. Eastern, probably get my package actually for 4 days. I usually try to have in all of my final plays other than the late steam by 3 p.m. Eastern time for the night card. So if you purchase after that, you'll have the plays, you'll get any late steam, and you'll have that not only for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but actually the purchase is a 72-hour pass. So it would actually go well into, if you can tolerate it, there might be some value loss or something if you wait until the last minute. But yeah, if you get that package, a nice 3-hour window there, from 3 Eastern to 6 Eastern. And it really is 3 days is what you're paying for. You can extend it to 4 days just by timing it correctly and knowing that bulk of my plays always up by 3 p.m. Eastern time for weekday night cards, and any late steam that comes in will come in before that. And we're going to start to expand. I think I'm supposed to be the king of the late steam, and I'm just caught up a little bit too old school. We've rolled some winners out here with some of our late steam, and my late steam is supposed to be pretty good. And so, look, we're advancing in technology. Maybe I'm just caught up in the past. I want to have packages ready to go for everyone, but do want to get your winners. So, subscribe to the All Sports Pass. You get those plays. You get notifications as well of any late plays that I have. If it's within 2 hours to 10 minutes up until tip-off, kickoff, first pitch, puck drop, you can get notified via email, text, here with the system that we have. So, I should be taking advantage of that. All right, let's say hello a few more people. I think we're ready to go. Yelich is here as well today, and Lego World's been doing a great job with us. And I don't know if Thomas Lewis is comparing us. Does he? Do I look like Frazier or do I act like Frazier? All right. Let's get moving here with our plays for today. Start in basketball because we don't want this one. We don't want it to end, but it might the way it's going here in the Western Conference. And well, we have seen a move again on Minnesota. Great. I mean, look, we want it to continue. We want Minnesota maybe to grab one of these. Like I said, I'm already, kind of giving up on the futures bet. No problem. We had a good play on it. Took a little bit on Dallas, paid for the bet. Going to get a couple of pizzas out of it. Not obviously not going to win the four digits that we would have liked to win, and we'll just take the small play, the small 2x plus on Dallas to hedge out of it here. But let's look at tonight's game with the Mavericks favored by two, I think. You can call it two, you can call it 1.5. Total here down already to 211 or I should say up to 211.5 right now at Bovada. Might be seeing a little bit of pressure here to the over. Maybe it's because I'm about to give out the over as my play here on the show. I think right now, if it does feel like it's over, Minnesota's got to feel like they don't have a choice other than try to tempo it up a little bit here with the Mavericks. Yeah, this is supposed to be all about defense, but it hasn't seemed like it for the most part. And I'm thinking that this one, Bovada just went up to 211.5. I don't think it's too overly sharp or anything, but that's kind of the way I think I'm going to end up looking at it here and end up going with the over as my play. If you guys got some plays, let me know. Cover maybe a few trends here and notes. We know that Lively is out of this game for them, looks like here. Feels like it anyway. I don't know if we really got a clearance on him, but he is listed as doubtful, and that looked like just a pretty big headache there for sure. Luca's on the list, but not going to worry about that. He'll be there. Let's get some plays from you guys. And it's going to be doubles is going with the under here in this one. Hey, I mean, no doubt. I mean, these two teams supposed to be bringing the defense. They should be better than what they've been here for the most part. But Dallas in these conference finals, man, it just seems like, all right, here, let's see. Twins stay alive, says Fiddle. The Twins. Timberwolves stay alive. Darren's here today. Dallas for Thomas. Wolves and under for Darren. And, look, I know I said it last game. I mean, Anthony Edwards, I do think he'll be a big factor when we get the national team going, right? I mean, it might be the perfect spot for him given where his placement in the league currently, his true ability, if he plays with, some other superstars where other teams aren't going to have a lot of players to defend the United States. And we might really end up seeing the real development of a guy like Anthony Edwards, a real, something that could be something special come that time. But it does feel like it's kind of faded here a little bit right now. All right, Jeff says he's already seen it down to 1.5 so far. So, there's definitely been a slight move here. It does feel like at this point on the Wolves today. So, feels like for the most part, I see handicappers kind of split in this one. It does feel kind of like a toss up. Dallas now, it's been not only these 3 games that beat them in the playoffs before, they won 6 straight against Minnesota in the playoffs, covering 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. All right, Ray's got it as a sweep. Looks like your plays are in. Again, it's funny, and maybe it's just the nature of it, but it seems like Chad All-Stars, get some baseball on in. We're ready to fire on all these games. I mean, that's just a nature of it. And then maybe just a little bit more timid or tepid on the playoff sports, but maybe they're a little tougher too to a certain extent. So Anthony Edwards, this is supposed to be his game. I mean, he's had big time. Game 4 is supposed to be Anthony Edwards. I mean, that's where he's been uh, awesome in the past. 34 points for Edwards in 3 straight playoff game 4s. Wilson's here today as well. Luca, 32 points or more in 6 consecutive games against Dallas. Kyrie, 27 points or more in 8 consecutive games against the Wolves. All right. Looks like you guys got your plays in. I'll move to hockey since we've got a lot of baseball as well today. Let's talk about the series with the Rangers and the Panthers. And the Rangers got that road win. Hats off to the Rangers taking the lead in the series. You know, even the untrained eye like me can see that the Panthers look like the better team out there for the most part in the last game, but it didn't matter. Despite out shooting the Rangers 37-23, uh, peppering uh, Igor, the Rangers made the most of their opportunities. The Rangers, are power plays gone. They can't even they're supposed to be so good with these special teams. It's been the Panthers that have had the great special teams, and give Rangers credit for some 5 shorthanded goals. That's special teams too, for the most part. But we're talking about the big time slump right now, the power play for the Rangers. But it doesn't matter if they keep finding a way to win. That's probably the key here, for them right now. So even I don't know if I can pass up on this price today. I've got the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. So man, it feels awkward to want to recommend the Rangers here. So I guess I almost feel like I can't, and then I just have to give out. You guys, please make your decision on the game here tonight. I'm gonna roll with my Panthers play here. I've got a futures bet 10-1 Panthers to win the Stanley Cup from a long time ago, and I do feel like this is going to be a tough game. I mean, I kind of want to say, hey, maybe Rangers puck line just to secure it, but I feel kind of like it shouldn't be. I shouldn't do that. I know Brent kind of called me out, and even though we got it right the other day, this one it feels like the line's a little bit too thick. To a certain extent, the other game was the basketball game when I was trying to hedge my wool, no, not hedge it, but I mean it could have been considered by a I don't know, Ramon Scott observer that I was hedging the play there with the Wolves. So I don't want to do that. And I've been forthright about this futures bet. So I'm just going to roll with the Panthers tonight. But man, I just want to, feels like to me, the range at this price, right? $1.40 or better. The way, if the Rangers are getting totally outplayed and they still find a way, you got to take that as a real positive sign, actually, and a kind of a negative for Florida here. They had, they should have done better the way the game kind of unfolded, right? They shouldn't have allowed the Rangers necessarily to kind of get back in, or the way the game went. We said, right. And again, it was wrong the way I said it, or it's not the way the handicap wasn't right. I said, oh, over is a Rangers win and under is a Panthers win. Well, it did go over, and the Rangers won. And yeah, maybe that is kind of what I was expecting if the Rangers were going to, but they were outshot, they were outplayed, they were out everything pretty much there, except for the shorthanded goals, and so I kind of feel like it's the same way for the most part in this one. So even with that total, now I was on with Tony last night. I think uh, had me do the hockey video preview, and so check it out and see what I said, and see if it makes sense with what you guys think. Any plays from you guys here? I just see a handful of them, really. Tyrone, hello and welcome. Nice to see you as always. And here is Jeff with Florida and over. And Dre's on Florida. Uh-oh. Am I here? Am I on? Here's Curve and Florida money line. Fiddle says Florida ties the series. So I don't, you know, want to come out here and spout off $1.65. I only have so many options. I feel like the values on the Rangers, you guys. I know everyone says, you know what? Does anyone ever pick a game where there's no value? I do right here, right? Uh, Everyone on these shows, shout out all my friends, and I'm not calling them out or anything, but the values on this team, I'm taking them. The values on this team, I'm taking. They're no one really ever. It's only the value because they perceive it's the value because that's the team they're on, right? To me, I think the value's on the Rangers, but I'm not taking them. I'm taking the Panthers. I think what's built into the line here is a Panther desperation, $1.65, and maybe the fact that they outplayed them so much. But does that really sway here? I don't know. I mean, we're in a world of wide open betting. There's a lot of people in New York and a lot of Ranger fans. All right, Lego World, Florida and regulation. I just might be talking to talk here at this point, but I'll stick with the Panthers uh, in this one. No doubt, Trocheck right now on fire. Other Rangers kind of stepping up, man. Guys that don't necessarily, uh, you know, maybe we're expecting. So, right, just we just say, oh, that's the value because I perceive, and there's no problem. If you think that is the value, then great. But it does also bother me sometimes, right? When they want to take a dog, maybe it was, say it was like minus 200, and they said, oh, I'll take it. I like this dog at plus 170, and the whole, the dog is like it's a popular public dog, and it goes down to like 170, and now the dog is plus 140, and they're like, the value's on the dog. No, it ain't. You missed the value. You missed 30 cents of value. All right. Kerbin's got Rangers under 3 goals. I'm going with the uh, Panthers. And if I didn't have the futures play, so I don't know. Maybe I need to learn how to do a show, and maybe I'm not supposed to say things, but I'm on the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to kind of roll with them here still in this series. They totally outplayed them. I wouldn't want to come on here necessarily and say, hey, let's lay $1.65 with the Panthers today. But yeah, maybe maybe that is the fair price. Whether or not that's the value, I don't know. That's kind of been the price the whole time. It's been between $1.65 and $1.75 now at DraftKings, so probably even less value. I think the value's on the Rangers here. Actually, they played pretty good. Yep. Yeah, and that's all true. That is true, Peasy. But again, I try to stick with the price of the and again, I'm a market guy. I'm looking at the odds, right? So I think the value means you are getting a better price than it was before, and there's not any injury reasons to it or anything like that. All right, so I'm on the Panthers just because, and that's not really a handicap. I'm on the Panthers because I'm on them to win the Stanley Cup. They outplayed the Rangers big time. Rangers did a great job, and I'm here to tell you that I believe that maybe the values on the Rangers, and I'm still not going to do it. All right, we have some fun here on the show with some things like that, right, PZ? We're trying to think next level. We're trying to think. Um, I'd like to think we are sophisticated sports betting information for people who are, you know, maybe yes, a very experienced, but also getting the hang of it, and they want to really be more so than just hey, this team's good and this team's not. Because really, I mean, you don't want to go, uh, buy your gallon of milk $5 at grocery store A, same grocery store, same expiry date or something, and it's $1 less across the street. Okay, let me roll with baseball if you're ready to go. This is a big card, 16 games, including game one of a doubleheader between the Dodgers and the Mets. We had a cancellation yesterday. They never get this got, oh, I hear you guys? That might have been just a quick blip. I apologize for this, and I'll have this settled here with my Wi-Fi. I don't mean to disrespect Tony and all them, and I don't know where it came from. So just thought I could work through it. Thought I could fix it myself, and maybe I'll have to see. Maybe you need a professional. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I think we're back on here real quick. So yeah, the game yesterday postponed. Now that was supposed to be Stone and McGill. So what we've ended up with here now in game one is going to be Glass. I believe Glasnow and McGill. Yeah, Glasnow and McGill, and it will be Stone and Quintana, it looks like, in game two at 7 Eastern and 10 Pacific. This will kind of be a standard doubleheader here with these two. So always a little bit tough to give out some plays on a doubleheader, but we're gonna try our best here and get some winners. We've been doing pretty well. I think I know how I want to roll with this one. Let's get your plays here. Maybe roll off a few stats. There's been certainly a move here to the under in this one. I'm showing right now 8 over for the most part. I do show 8.5 under 20 at circa, so you get kind of an okay price there. It feels like for Glasnow, 4.24 ERA in his last 3 starts, but he is 2-0 with a 0.9 ERA in 3 road starts this year. Dodgers are on a losing streak right now, but McGill 0-2 with a 5 ERA in his last 2 starts. And the Mets struggling big time. We know they've lost 22 of their last 32 games here right now, but in a doubleheader, might be some volatility, big price. I'm willing to take the Mets here on the run line. Just grab the handicap, I think, is the way I'm going to go here. And Dre's going opposite that. He says Dodgers to roll here in game one. And Doubles was upset with the holiday card. Luis, good morning. Nice to have you. Thomas is here calling for a Mets play here as well. I think he did that before I said anything on it. And I'm just going to add the handicap here with the Mets in game one. They're minus $1.10 or so. No, I think maybe they're even. Maybe they're even plus money at this point. Man, it looks like the Dodgers are past $2 at Bovada currently. So Tyrone, careful there, Tyrone. That sounds like something I might do, but so far I think I've called for 2 unders and no overs, and you're going to find that I'm probably. It's funny because I probably call for more overs than the actual percentage of overs that hit. Here's Ray on Dodgers team total under. My guess is here today. All right, and I will take the Mets in game one on the handicap here. Get an extra pitcher. We can just balance that out. All right, and we'll cover the other game in rotation in a time order. So we're going to go right back to the first game up here, American League, Red Sox and Orioles with Brian Bayo and Grayson Rodriguez here, $1.70 favorite or so for Rodriguez in this one. You have this one also has been a pretty strong move to the under. I think we've already given out our play actually in this game on the under. It's already that total is long gone here. When I typed this in, when I was getting ready for my to watch tennis before I realized it was going to rain at about 4:30 in the morning Eastern time, typing in the line, it was about 8.5 over 15. But here we are about 6 hours later, and it is now. Well, I could call it 8 flat. Bovada is 8 under 15. There's some books that are actually still hanging on to 8 over. So I'm still going under here. It's a free play on the show. If 8.5, if I was awake or paying attention, maybe I could have put this in as a premium. Feels like a pretty strong play here today. Thomas is on Baltimore. Trey is on the O's and the under. coming to us here from Baltimore. So it feels like handicappers also running pretty hot here with Baltimore in this one. Maybe well over maybe well over 80% of cappers coming in willing to lay this money line or run line from what I saw, checking things out. Let's keep going. Here's the Cardinals and the Reds today with Gibson and Abbott. And you have Abbott here about $1.30 or so. And the total 9 over 20. This one actually maybe has seen some pressure to the high side with these two pitchers coming into this one. And that's where I'm headed here on the show. I'm going to go over. The widely reported steam did come in on the under. I'll make it clear or honest here with that. But they did have some pushback here on the over, and that's where I'm headed. In fact, I think now it might even have some 9.5s. It's all 9.5s out there. So let me update it. So yeah, I'm here's here's a day where I'm maybe going after a little bit of steam here, even on an over after I just told everybody don't do it. But we're in Cincinnati here today. The Cardinals are definitely heating up. We can make fun of what their bats were doing. We all said that they should be better offensively, right, given who they have in that lineup. They've won 10 of their last 13. They've gone over in 13 of their last 17. Abbott has gone under in 7 straight games. Reds have lost or won 4 straight right now. And Gibson, he is a 3.6 ERA in his last 7 starts, 2-0 record. He's gone over in 3 straight. And I'm going to go over here in this one with the Cardinals and the Reds. And Ray says, give me Gibson at over 16 outs. Number of outs becoming almost as popular as the K props here, it feels like. Here's Thomas on the Reds. Oops, there, I finished up the thought there for Ray. Here's Dre, Cards and over. And Fernando will take the Reds. And Thomas is ready for the play here, it feels like. Let's see what he likes the Reds. So there's Darren on St. Louis and Bobby Smith here today going over in the first 5. And I've got the over here at 9.5. That's okay. Grade me at 9.5. I've got double digits here with Gibson and Abbott. Let's check out now the Pirates taking on the Tigers with Tariq Skubal, $1.50 against Jones here. And hey, we've been, kind of touting Jones a little bit this season. Certainly doing a pretty strong job. A good rookie, but a lot of good young pitchers so far this year. We're a good handful of them, the ones that are doing well. And I think we can include Jones in this one. 3.24 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Pirates are just 3-6 in his last 9 starts, but that's because the Pirates, sub 500, but they've won 6 of their last 10. You're going to get probably some good work from Skubal. 2.23 ERA in his last 6 starts. The Tigers have won 3 straight games coming into this one. And, I really like Jones, and I think this price is getting a little bit high. I think that probably end up putting me on the Pirates here, actually, on the money line. I would think. No problem. I mean, look, everybody loves Detroit. Already seen some pretty good cappers on Detroit. Seems like that's what they like, but I'm going to take the Pirates here in this one. I'm pretty much seeing a pretty heavy move. You see that 7, man. This one has a chance to touch 6.5 here at this point. It says 7 flat on the screen. it is not 7 flat. It is heavily juiced. I'll put 7 under 20, but you're probably, if you're going under, you're probably laying a little more juice than that. Bovada's still hanging on to 7 under 20, and they're about as square as they come. So maybe they're the place to grab your under if you're looking at this one. I haven't done it yet. I wasn't ready to pull it on the show, and it's getting pretty low when you could have had. I don't think it was ever. Yeah, it was. No, I never saw any 7.5s. So it is, hard move to the under. I don't know. I'd probably just go in pocket and buy it up to 7.5 and lay a bunch of juice. Feels like on the total here. I'm going to take the Pirates at plus. Look, it says $1.50. I think the Tigers are actually $1. They're higher. They're $1.50 or higher. So give me the Bucks. I'm going to take an underdog here in this one, and here is Luis on the Tigers. Thomas will roll with me. I want to say hello and welcome to Angelo Saratella today joining us. I think it's Angelo's first time, and I very much appreciate you, Angelo, for logging in, taking time, typing into the chat, and giving us your play. Detroit on the run line from Angelo. Here's Darren on a Nerfy here today, and he also likes Detroit. Jones, he's 1 of 10 allowing runs in the first inning. Good numbers from Jones. Skubal, 3 of 10. Not the best, but, 2 of 10 would be just fine. 3 of 10, that's probably a little bit more than what we want, but small sample. We know Skubal's awesome, no doubt. Interestingly, though, about Skubal, 8-2 to the over for Skubal, despite, very, very solid numbers. He's also 1-0 with a 3.46 ERA and 2 starts in his career against Pittsburgh. Legos on the Pirates. Doubles will take Detroit. Stop Geo's here today and says he got the Nerfy last night. Skubal, 7-3 to the Nerfy this season. Jones, 9-1 to the Nerfy. So your mileage may vary. Like I said, I've got Skubal, 3-10. You've got, I've got Jones 1 of 10, but I keep mine by hand. You probably got it by a computer spreadsheet. So Stop Geo probably got it right, or maybe also just referring to maybe just 3 out of last 7. Maybe that's what it is, because we definitely have him at 10 starts, I believe. All right, that's what it must be, Gio. That's what it must be. 3 of the last 7. So Skubal not great of late, but still going with the Nerfy. Interesting to talk about handicapping what Gio said. He's still going with the Nerfy, despite the fact that Skubal has allowed 3 of 7, which is not great. All right, here's Fernando going under here, and Tyrone says total's just too low, but he'll just roll with Detroit. All right, thanks everyone for that one. Let's take a look here now with the Athletics. They're going up against the Rays here. I think we do have a pitcher, or at least someone we can speculate here for the Athletics going in this one. I'm showing here, I believe, Spence. Not Sam Spence, the great conductor of NFL Films music, but this would be Mitch Spence. Mitch Spence really just made his debut here. Let's see here. Back on 11 days ago, is that right? Made his major league debut, the 26-year-old from Kirkland, Washington. There we go. I typed it in. Here we go. Here's the line. All right. Raise $1.70, and the total 7.5 over 20. I think that's what we're looking at here for the most part in this one. I do have a little bit of breaking news information here. We're starting to get the pitching information. It will be Black in there for San Francisco tonight against Wheeler. The line's starting to come out a little bit now. We'll get to that one that we're a little bit of a ways away, but Black looks like he's announced here against the Phillies tonight. All right, continuing on here, though, with the Athletics and Spence going up here against Littell. For Littell, he comes in with a 3.49 ERA in his last 5 starts. The Rays have won 3 of the last 4. Littell starts coming in. Tampa Bay, they're struggling. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games. A's have won 3 of their last 6 games. This amounts to a bullpen game, but I think Spence can give them a little bit of something here. Here's Dre, Tampa Bay on the run line, and Yelich coming off a big day yesterday. And let's see here. That's all I see from you guys on this one. Okay, Rays on the run line for Luis. Littell, 9 career innings against the A's, 5 earned runs. Curvin says this is a spot where he wants to raise. This is a spot where I don't want anything. I mean, this isn't a game that's really took too much of my time up yesterday because I wasn't even sure about the A's pitching situation coming into this one. So Tony's got a video on this game. This one feels really, really tough. Doubles here says give me the A's at plus $1.40. And Ray's run line here for Tyrone today. I'll take the A's on the run line, I guess. Here, I don't necessarily trust Tampa Bay is a big favorite at this point, so I'll just take the run line here with Oakland. I'll look further later on. I don't think we'll do much with this one. Publicly today, and here we have the Dodgers taking on the Mets. Game 2 with Stone here going up against Quintana. We're just starting to see this one move pretty heavily here right now. In fact, man, this line, I've got to adjust this line because I believe it's about I want to say it's up to $2 right now. I think the information, the line I had up there was just a line that had the pitching reversed because we didn't know that I think at the time when I did it or whenever I was thinking that the teams would be switching up the pitching matchup. For the most part, about $2, and the total is 8.5 under 20. So another game where probably look further into it here moving forward. Man, I don't want to necessarily fade the Dodgers in 2 games, but let's take a look if you guys are doing anything in game 2. Double says he'll fade Quintana here and wants no part of him. So I'm gonna grab another Mets run line here and just maybe I can get a split of. I don't even want a split of these two. I think I'm laying a little chalk here. I think actually at $1.35 in game 2, but I'm gonna grab the Mets on the run line here in a doubleheader today. Not too fond of this one, and you know me, I don't want to take the Dodgers. Here's Justin, though, says go over in this one, game 2. It's 8.5. I mean, we've got a doubleheader here. You got Quintana. Maybe I could touch on a few of Quintana's numbers here because he's got an ERA right now 6.47 in his last 6 starts coming into this one. So for Stone, he's got a 2.25 ERA in his last 5 starts. Dodgers are 6-3 with Stone. Yeah, Yelich, that's why I'm kind of hemming hawing a little bit. Dodgers just 5-8 in their last 13 road games. So I'm going to grab the Mets in both ends here on the run line on a makeup doubleheader from last night. Yeah, you'll never catch me doubles on the I don't when they sing "I Love L.A." I'm booing, right? All right, let's move on. We might have a little bit better handle of what's going on in some of those games today, with the Nationals going up here against the Braves with Max Fried on the mound. Huge favorite here, of course, with the Braves. Did we forget that our best hitter is out for the season and one of the best players in the game? Maybe it doesn't matter with the Braves necessarily, but I don't know. The Nationals always feel like they're money making team. Now the Braves give him a little bit of heck, so I don't know. Urban 0-3 in his last four starts, a 4.63 ERA. Max Fried has been hot, 1.91 ERA in his last six starts. Of course, he's gone under in six of his last seven. The Braves have gone under in every game this season, pretty much. Uh, their little streak is kind of over. They've actually gone over in four of their last six, but I don't think that rivals still, if you drew it out, they've been going under for a month and a half. So they'd probably have to go over for another 2 weeks to kind of neutralize the under record here of this one. And if it gets any, higher here or hangs around 8.5, maybe I will look at an under. I'm going to take the Braves though in this one to roll with Fried against the Nationals. Hey, I'm one that likes to take the Nationals here and kind of profitable team quite often. But I think right now the Braves here, I'm willing to lay a little run line. Braves are 16-9 currently at home. Urban had one start against the Braves, 2 2/3 innings, and gave up 5 runs. So, all right, let's see here. Doubles wants me, yeah, right, doubles. Betting with my heart. I'd be betting against the Dodgers every time, wouldn't I? And I probably find myself betting on the Dodgers too frequently. Today I'm on the Mets, but just probably because of the doubleheader situation. And at least I'm pretty happy. The Dodgers have been pretty bad of late. Fernando, nobody's capitalizing. The Padres certainly aren't capitalizing on it. Fernando, lay the Braves with 2.5. Thomas will take the Nats. Here's Nats money line, Nats run line. There's support here for the Nats. And oh wow, even the run line is plus money here for the Nats. I know a lot of you guys like that plus plus. And Thomas says, and there's no problem, Thomas. It doesn't have to be Ramon on the consensus play. If it is like 6-7 to 1, and I'm the only guy, it's Team Steam is on the Washington Nationals. If you guys are on it, I'm part of Team Steam. I mean, I'm just one part of it. So if I'm overwhelmed by your picks, we go with your pick as if it's a overwhelming consensus. Maybe I should count for. We're back on here. Maybe I should count for 1.25 votes. Angelo's got us another play. Really appreciate Angelo being here, giving us some plays. Solos here today. Okay, no, Thomas. Nope. I think if it's to me, a consensus is anything plus 3, right? Or I don't know, 2-0 might be okay, but 3-0 is a consensus, 4-1 is a consensus, 5-2 is a consensus, 6-3 is a consensus. And it's not, it's not just my show, it's your guys' show too. So what do you guys think of that? Maybe 7-4 might be starting to get a little not as consensus-y, because that's not like 50%, right? So I mean, I'm sorry, not 50%, 67%. So maybe consensus. Does that have to be 2/3? 2/3? Solos on the Nats money line. That's it for this game. I'll take the Braves on the run line. All right, the Cubs are going to take on the Brewers with Imanaga on the mound here with what? Imanaga's still not on the mound? What are we wait? What are we now? Look, here's the thing. I mean, they pitch on 6 days rest in Japan. Like I said, I just feel like the Cubs, they've lost 11 of their last 15. No panic here. Hey, we're still the Cubs. We're 500. Milwaukee's starting to get away from everybody here. They've won 4 of their last 6, and they're 13-9 at home here. Price here on this one, $1.55 or so. I don't know why I always try to round to the nickel, even though, we know that books now, back in the old days, you never did that. It was always on the 5 or 0. So yeah, a little bit of a big price here in this one with Freddie at home, $1.55. It just feels like to me I don't want any part of the Cubs. I feel like the Cubs are going to get rocked in this one a little bit, and I want to roll against Buster Brown and take Milwaukee on a run line and lay a run and a half, believe it or not, with me here. Yeah, if you feel more comfortable on the money line, maybe even I feel more comfortable on the money line, but hey, I'm here on the show. I'll put some on the run line if I'm going to call it out here. I do think that the Brewers can be dominant in this matchup today with Freddie on the mound. Peralta, look, hasn't been great. 4.52 ERA in his 3 home starts, but Milwaukee's 7-3 with Peralta on the mound. And like I said, the Cubs getting just too cute with this. Brown's been good, so no problem. Imanaga will pitch tomorrow finally, by the way. But Brown, 2.38 ERA in his last 5 starts. But again, Cubs just struggling. Actually been much better on the road than they have been at home. But Cubs have gone under in 15 of their last 22 games. Brewers have gone under in 6 of their last 7. I'm going to take the Brewers on the run line here. And Fernando on the Brew Crew. Jeff says, watch out if Freddie might get scratched in this one. See if we got anything on that. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much yet, at least publicly. So might be Jeff got, listening to some talk radio. He's got his contacts. So definitely pay attention to that. Maybe want to wait a little while here. Right. And Doubles laughing here a little bit about this situation. And here's an over for Doubles on this one. Thomas, I think he says, feels like he's got a consensus here. Curvin, I think this means super run line. So 2.5 or more, feels like. All right. My play's on Milwaukee. Let's go next with this nice game here with the Royals and the Twins. Oh, man. This one should be on, network TV. I'm not even kidding, right? I mean, come on. This is a great matchup here between these two. You got Cole Reagans looking good. 2.21 ERA in his last 6 starts. 5-1 are the Royals in those 6 starts with Reagans. He's got a 2.70 ERA in 2 career starts. For Woods Richardson, good numbers. No wins yet. 6 starts, 32 innings, an ERA of 3. Minnesota's 5-2 for Richardson, but just not able to get him a win. They're able to win the game, so usually he's pitching against pretty good pitchers. Twins have won 5 of 6. Royals have won 8 of their last 10. Something's got to give. This is a great game. It's the game of the day between the Royals and the Twins. All right, let's see. Maybe get your cool comments and plays here on this one. Here we go. It's Kansas City first off for doubles. And Angelo has the Royals as well. Fernando may be leaning here. Here's Thomas on Kansas City. Luis will be on the Twins. It doesn't feel like Doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to come up with a consensus play from the crew here in this one, it feels like, huh? Yep. And Kerbin says, we'll go back on Minnesota here. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to go here in this one, and I'm going to take the Twins at home at even money. Just feels like a very, very close game. We got Nerfy and Royals and under first 5, says Darren. Reagan's has been pretty good, 2 of 11 for his Nerfies. Woods Richardson, a perfect 0 for 7 so far. The Royals are one of the best teams in the league, scoring runs in the first inning. They're 18 of 55, and the Twins are about average at 14 of 53. Tyrone is on the Twins here in this one. And I am also on the Twins here. I will say this. I've seen some videos, some pretty good cappers on Minnesota, but it feels like for the most part, the paid cappers are on Kansas City from what I've seen in some of those forums where they kind of share that information. I like to snoop around in there. Royals first 5 here for Ray. So feels like Kansas City is actually a very, very popular capper pick, and I'm going to be against it. I'm going to go with the Twins here at home at even money in what to me kind of feels like a bit of an even matchup, even though Kansas City's holding that better record at this time by about 5 games in the standings. I guess 4 games in the standings. Minnesota at home. Woods Richardson obviously been real good, impressive young. Talk about these young pitchers right here. 2 good ones. William Dryman, hello. 2 Cups, hello. Let's go next with the Blue Jays and the Guardians. I think we're starting to see a little bit of move here. I feel it's pretty public-y, actually, in this one. Let me find it here with the. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? That's not the right game. That's not the right matchup there. It's a web. I've got Clevenger back on the Guardians. Okay, let me figure out what's going on. All right, here we go. Gosman and Clevenger. I know what's going on. And we'll come back, I think, to that. Okay. No, I thought I saw a little bit of breaking information here coming out. And then I got caught up looking at tennis score. I had Casper Ruud here in a winner. I think here minus 7.5 games, 6-3, 6-4, 6-3. I can add. That's 8. Okay, we win by half a game. Woohoo! All right. Let me get here with Gausman. That's not the right line. Oh, it is the right line. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm on the White Sox. Look, I know the White Sox are awful, but I'm not laying no $2 with Gausman on the road here. I know that maybe there'll be some handicappers that are willing to do it, but I don't even know if I need a handicap here in this one. This feels like a spot where maybe I could try the White Sox. Once again, we tried them here yesterday. It didn't work out. No problem. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can bring myself to it at this point with these Blue Jays laying $2 on the road against anybody. I know they're 10 games better, 11 games better in the standings than the White Sox right now. Gausman has gone 3-0 over his last 5 starts. Gausman's 8-2 to the over this season. Toronto's lost 3 of 4. The White Sox have dropped 10 of their last 11. Better grab them on the run line, of course, but that's what I'll do. I didn't even have a pick, for this game before coming on the show, knowing that I was just going to kind of be flippant about it and end up on the White Sox anyways, because it's just not going to be able to swallow the blue. Even though maybe their bats, okay, I see it. The bats have perked up a little bit. Oh, ever since we brought out our old jacket with all the countries on the back, we've been hitting again. Oh, that's a great strategy. All right. And yeah, oh, doubles caught me there. Doubles caught me there. He saw it. Angelo is on the Blue Jays. Jeff says, Ramon, wake up. Total's gone down here to 7.5. Yeah, that's going to have me a little bit uh, triggering on the total here, maybe on the premiums, Jeff. I didn't even see that I had 7.5 in here. There is 8 under 20 right now at Circa. So, just a huge, big move to the under here, supported by the Sharps. Apparently, it's been pretty much a wave of under because, these Sharps, they love Gausman and Clevenger. And who wouldn't? I mean, you talk about two great pitcher. What are we talking about here? A Clevenger, a 7.31 ERA, 0-3 in his last 4 starts. He has a 5 ERA in 5 starts against Toronto. A little bit of breaking news here, maybe. The Rangers might be taking a little steam, and I'm talking about the New York Rangers right now. I'm showing Bet Online and DraftKings are lighting it up here, and so is Circa now. So it feels to me this might be. I don't know what we'll check on it. We'll get the information, but the Rangers are taking action here for the NHL game tonight. Down to $1.40 at Circa. Maybe talked about the value on the Rangers. Maybe there it goes. Okay. Anything else? White Sox and Blue Jays. I'm on the White Sox, trying to find spots to take the White Sox. And doubles here. White Sox, call it like it is for doubles. White Sox correspondent, I would say. Chicago correspondent. So, it's a dismal situation. I get that. Ray Otachi first 5. And, that does make it a little bit difficult when you're trying to, kind of support, a bad team laying a 1.5 on the road. So, all right, just give me the White Sox. Again, I'll try them. Diamondbacks and Rangers. We do know the Rangers pitching situation here. I have seen who it is here. Let me get that. That's going to be I thought I knew it. I think it's Dane Dunning. let me see what you guys have. I'm gonna put Dane Dunning. I mean, the line here, we don't have, it's just starting to come out at a few places at Arizona, $1.20, 8.5 over 20. I think that is the line here at this point. And let me just run a quick check here. Okay. I think I'm gonna say Dunning here. Let's see if you guys got anything on this one. We're starting to, like I said, starting to see the line come out here at a couple of spots. Bovada does have the game up and listed. And let me see here. Just checking a couple of books. I mean, the lines are all right. Yep, Angelo also saying done. All right, I think I'm back there. Tried to look. Yeah, there you go. See, I tried to, All right, hopefully you got me back here. I won't work in the background. I won't check the pictures in the background. I'll just go with Dane Dunning here in this one, and hopefully back with you. But again, a little bit of minimal information here with Brandon Fott coming in against Dunning for uh, Fott comes in here with an ERA of 3.32 in his last three starts. Arizona just 2-7 with Brandon Fott. Dane Dunning has a 6.08 ERA in his last three starts. The Diamondbacks have won 7 of their last 10 on the road. The Rangers continue to struggle here, having lost 13 of their last 17 games. So here we go with some of the plays here with doubles. He's saying he's got Diamondbacks and Texas is overrated. There are 5 games under 500. Arizona's 3 games under 500. And here's 2 cups. He likes the Snakes here today. He likes Arizona, and I'm gonna try the Rangers here on the money line today at even money. And Rangers got it. They're at home. They're even money. Dunning has struggled, no doubt about it. I'm just going to grab them here. They're not winning. I understand that. I think if you look at all the trends, maybe even the picks here from the chat, I think they might be saying Diamondbacks, but I'm going to take the Rangers here at even money. Here's Curve and on the over. Doubles is on the over. And Thomas says the Rangers have been quiet lately. They can make some noise here. So Fott did give up 7 runs in 4 2/3 innings in a start in his one lone career start against Texas. Dunning got hit by the Diamondbacks in his lone career start as well. Angelo on the Rangers. I'm just going to take him at home. Even money, 2 teams under 500. All right, and we have next the Guardians and the Rockies with Tristan McKenzie on the road here going up against Feltner, and you have the Rangers, the Guardians here on the road, $1.50 or so. I mean, what can you say? The way the Guardians are going at this point, McKenzie, 2.7 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Guardians are 7-3 with McKenzie. They've won 12 of their last 14 games. Rockies have won 4 of their last 6. They were able to come up yesterday and kind of get it done there against the Guardians. They had to hang on for the win, but they got it done. I believe it was 8-6. The handicappers were kind of split yesterday. There was quite a few handicappers on the Rockies, and you can kind of get up into some a little bit of Rocky Mountain air here for the Guardians, and maybe they come back down. Maybe the Rockies are starting to feel a little bit here that they can start to do a few things, maybe close the gap a little bit with some of their home games. But Feltner has a 5 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone over in 9 of his last 10 starts. Talking about Feltner, widely reported steam came on the over here. There were a ton of runs yesterday scored in this game. 14, 14, I believe, as I said. So I would imagine that's probably going to be the case again here today. I'm going to see. I kind of want to take a look and see what. Then when I go take a look, I knock myself off the air. So quit looking at the lines. Look at them over here. And hey, want to say hello and welcome to my man, Andrew Wojcik, Andrew Wojnik. I think we got it right that one time. Good to see Andrew. And I think he's saying, what was it? Can we think of the same thing here today? All right. I'm going to grab the over here on the show as my play. Reported steam came in on the over. It's already up to 10.5. Pretty heavily juiced here. Oh, I won't say that. Let's call it 10.5 flat. Just like on the screen there. Okay. Yankees and Angels here with Nestor Cortez, Griffin Canning. Yankees on the road, $1.70. 8.5 over 20 here with Nestor. Already seeing plenty of support for the Yankees in this one, on the run line especially. I think this is a pretty popular play for handicappers today. They're not willing to come in with the dog here. And they kind of want to roll here with the Yankees. Have won 19 of their last 25 games. Canning has been good. He's got a 1.62 ERA in his last 3 starts. I mean, look at the total in this one. Really shooting through here. It was as low as 8 over 20 was probably the lowest opening line. And now you have a 9 under 15 looks like the highest line here. So this one has been kind of skyrocketing over. The widely reported steam came in on the over in this one as well. I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty big move for these two. If Cortez, is it going to be the bats? Is that what they're expecting? The Yankee bats to continue here in this one and kind of mash as a $1.70 favorite against Canning, who's actually been pretty good. And he has 3.27 ERA against New York in 2 career starts. Yankees are 19-10 on the road. Angels 6-19 at home right now. So maybe it is. Cortez has been hot, 0.73 ERA in his last 2 starts. And New York, though, just 1-4 with Nestor on the road. So I don't know. This one might be a little bit tricky. Let's see what you guys got. I know, Yankees obviously here. It's Andrew's gonna go with the over here in this one. Thomas looks like he's on the Yankees. Here's Ray on the over. Here is doubles. Yankees run line. William, Yankees run line. Lazzy Love here with us today. He'll take the Yankees, and Fernando's on the over. So, look, I'm supposed to be the value meter guy, and we're all on the over here. At least the chat is. And there's no value on the over, that's for sure. I mean, this one you can go with the over because you like the over, and probably should mash, I would think, with these two. But all right, for me, I guess I'll just take the Yankees on the run line. Seems crazy enough, but that's what I'm going to be on here. I want to go over too, but I don't want to give out a bad. This really feels like it has gone a little bit too high. Even I've got to tail it back here a little bit on the chat. Jeff says he'll go under. Feels like maybe like I do, like, whoa, a little bit too high here at this point. If I did go under, it wouldn't be for a play. I'd probably buy it up and take it under at a juiced price because that's where you can get a little extra. All right, here we go. Next, my Padres here are at home against the Marlins. And I already gave out my play in this one, actually, on the show right here because it was the first thing we talked about. Steam came in on the under. I wanted to kind of get it out in case you were interested in tailing me or if you liked what I did, because right now this total is pretty much 7 over 15. That's a whole half of a run less than I had listed there when I posted this game or did the graphics last night. So right now you're looking at mostly 7s, and I'll just go under here on the show. Definitely prefer 7.5. Who wouldn't? Maybe you'll buy it up 7.5 right now. You're going to be laying at least probably $1.35 or $1.40, maybe even $1.45. But might be nice to have that half a run in a game like this with Waldron here at home, slight favorite right now against Luzardo. Um, Maybe there's not much respect here for the knuckleballer for the Padres, given the fact that maybe the league is starting to figure out or catch up to him just a little bit. For Waldron currently has a 2.94 ERA in his last three starts, but the Padres are just 3-7 with Waldron on the mound. For whatever reason, they're making fun of the Padres. They can't win at home. They're playing just 400 ball, I think, at home so far this season. Waldron has gone under in 7 of 10 starts. Padres have gone under in 7 of 10. Marlins have gone under in 6 of their last 7. Marlins playing well. They've won 8 of their last 12 games. They are, however, 9-17 on the road. Doubles says, take the Padres, says, give me Marlins first 5. Here is Thomas on the under in this one. So, and Ray also, let's see here, under for Ray. And that's what I'm on. I gave it out already. So, and Jeff says, give me the Padres. Hey, I got some steam coming in right now. And you know what? It's a play that I'm on, kind of. But right now we are seeing a move here with the New York Mets in game 1 of the doubleheader. The line had gotten as high as we said, like $1.75, maybe even a little bit higher with the Dodgers in game 1. We talked about what Bovada was at, right? 206. And I was like, whoa, I mean, what are we doing here with this one? And the same thing with game 2. But now we are seeing a little bit of a move. This could be related to possible lineup information. I don't have it yet, so don't know if it's a little insider, if it's speculation. Maybe some Dodgers could rest game 1. But the Mets down to $1.62 now at circa. I will also say that the total appears in this one to be moving much lower. So maybe there are bats out. Maybe there could be bats out of the lineup for Los Angeles because there's a subtle move. The steam came in on the Mets. The total, though, is also subtly moving. Bet Online has moved to 8 under 23. Stations has moved to 8 under 15. So now South Point $1.75 on this underdog. Stations $1.70. So a little bit of information there coming in. Game 1 doubleheader, 4:10 Eastern, 1:10 Pacific. All right. Makeup dog. I'm back. And sorry about that. Sorry about a few technical issues here today. We got over 100 of you watching today, and I'm having a little bit of problems. And it's only been for a couple of days. We'll fix it. And please stay tuned. Stay with me. Astros and Mariners here with Hunter Brown, and Castillo in this one. You got the Astros here, $1.30. The Mariners here, of course, favorite, $1.30. Total 7.5. Under 20 right now, and I'm showing. Yeah, that looks like the line pretty much in this one. So let's roll with some of these numbers here for the Astros. For Brown, he has a 6.1 ERA in his last 4 starts. Castillo, 2.64 in his last 5 starts. For game after game, we said, well, when is Castillo going to get it together? Castillo's gone under in 9 of his last 11. The Astros have gone under in 4 of their last 5. See, just feels like pitching when you start talking about, these two teams. It feels like for the most part, yesterday's game, however, I thought was interesting because you had 3-2. Seattle ends up winning it. They were about even money or so. We gave out Seattle here on the morning steam. And here's a favorite, though, today. Makes it kind of feel a little bit different. Pardon me, you guys there. Let's get I got a couple comments here. Doubles on Seattle. And Jeff is on the over. Okay. And anything else you guys have, let me know here in this one. But I'm probably going to, with Houston here now as the dog, I kind of want to play Houston actually, but I'll take the under. It feels like we're going to get a repeat performance. I wanted maybe to save this one for a premium, but I just don't know about the side actually. So I'm gonna go with the under here, which I liked. I like the fact that it hasn't gone down to 7 yet. Like we're seeing a lot of movement to the over. Talked about playing all these unders today or whatever. Maybe Thomas wants to get that grand salami. Maybe I'll talk to Thomas into a little grand salami today, Thomas, but we don't have it yet. Well, okay, last game here, and maybe we'll get to some WNBA. Let's roll here with the show, get it over with. Phillies and Giants. Black is the starter here for the Giants, just announced. And starting to see the books put up the line. Phillies north of $2 here, and the total 7.5. I think we can just leave it right there, but maybe it's a little bit, maybe, yeah, I think 210, 7.5 over 15 seems like a very, very fair price, a consensus price for the most part. There was talk that we could have seen Howard here. It feels like for the Giants, but Black is being listed. So, yeah, we got some stats here, Thomas, and then we'll get rolling. For the Phillies, of course, for uh, Wheeler. Man, Wheeler's 6-0 in his last 7 starts with a 2.47 ERA. Rolling right. Well, Phillies are rolling. They've actually lost 3 of their last 4, but they're 16-9 on the road. Giants come in hot. Their bats have been kind of hot too. They've won 9 of their last 11. We saw them have that great road trip here. They've gone over 11 of their last 14 games overall coming in. The let's see here. For Wheeler, a 3.3 ERA and 10 career starts against San Francisco. Yeah, and in fact, doubles usually if you get, one postponement or something, right? That usually voids the whole grand salami. And if there's time, they'll come out with another one. But a lot of time sometimes the grand salami doesn't always go off with those postponements. So, all right, I better pull the trigger on this one. I'm on the San Francisco Giants here. I'll take them on the run line in this one. Look, hey, Phillies are awesome. I get it, and the Giants, they're a 500 club. And Curvin said, yeah, they haven't failed them. And it doesn't look like much from you guys on this one. We'll get done with the show. Go to some WNBA tonight where, man, I'm really, I did save a premium last time, so I apologize if I rehash a play or two here from my shows with Tony that we're doing every night. But I think you're going to end up getting that here because I want to pass along some premiums. Hopefully, subscribe to my plays here. I'm 2-1 in the WNBA so far, but you've seen all the plays that I've given out here, the winners that we've had on the videos. I mean, you can see it. Even go look at some of the comments. People are noticing it and commenting about. We've been on a roll here with our WNBA plays here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So I'll get rolling with a few plays here, and they may be rehashes a little bit from the show. I do want to pass along some of those winning moves along to the subscribers, to my subscribers. So hopefully that's okay here on some of these. Like I said, I was gonna, if we kept an incredible record, and it is a very strong record, but I was like, man, if we're like because at one point we were 15-4. Like, if we keep that up, we'll just give out all the plays on video. But we do want to pass along. We're starting to hit a good group here. But let's give away this one here with Phoenix going up against the Sun. This one's kind of confusing, you guys, if you're new to the league. It's the Phoenix Mercury and the Connecticut Sun. Sometimes even I get confused and want to call the Sun Phoenix because of the Suns. And people sometimes say Suns, and it's Sun because it's like the Mohegan Sun. The casino actually is kind of a double meaning here for this one. Circa, good comment here from Doubles. Circa will go wherever the market is good, wherever they don't have to pay outrageous fees to get into the market. Those guys are awesome. I'll just say Mike Palm, he's my guy. And Derek Stevens too. Here is Doubles. He's got a premium on the Fever game total here. So hopefully Doubles. I don't know. I did a video, Doubles. I have a feeling we might not be on the same one there. Here's Mercury for Ray. And Doubles says he wanted the Fever. All right. But anyway, let me finish up on this one. I'm going to take Phoenix here. Took him on the show last night. Look, the line's up here now to what, 8.5 at this point. League-wide trend at this point. If you want to, break it down as far as game by game, I'm happy to do it for you here with this matchup. I kind of did it on the video last night, but more so, I kind of want to talk a little bit league-wide here. Road dogs in the WNBA so far this season are 16-4-1 for 80%. Road dogs, that's it. There's been 21 games in the league. 21 times so far the away team has been getting the points. They are 16-4-1. And that goes with some teams like the Sun, who are off to a great start and not covering the spread. So all these good teams are not covering big spreads at home. Away teams in general are 20-10 against the spread. Favorites are 8-22 in the WNBA. It pays to take the points at this point. If you don't even know necessarily what you're doing, you might want to, take the points to a certain extent. I'm not ever saying just go blind. Steam play. Guys, just look, I'm just Ramon Scott here. But game 2 of the doubleheader between the Dodgers and the Mets, we're starting to see some steam come in on the Mets. Here, it looks like the move is on the Mets now, even for game 2, showing now $1.20 in a lot of spots, more so the consensus play. But, man, you might be able to get a pretty decent. I got to take a peek here at Bovada, showing a pretty stale line. I'm sure they took it off the board. Oh, no, in fact, they've already corrected it. Bovada's down to $1.10 in game 2 of the doubleheader. So that's where we're seeing our steam here at this point on the Mets in game 2 now. And both games, Mets taking action, $1.19 at Bet Online. And that's what we gave out here was the Mets. So, all right, doubles going over in this one. I'm on Phoenix here plus the points. Not just the league-wide trend. I think Phoenix has proven to me to be pretty good after all. Here in Phoenix, like I said, what are they? 5-1 and 1-4 against the spread so far? No, I'm sorry. Are they 5-0 and 1-4 against the spread so far? So, also want to note a pretty significant move. Oakland, Tampa Bay under 7.5. They took a juiced 8. I don't want to say too much because I really like that move possibly, but if you can read between the lines, I might be coming in on that. Might already be on my card. I haven't entered in my plays yet. Here's Fever under. You guys are ready for that Fever game. The worst game on the card. I say it tongue in cheek. it's probably the game everybody wants to watch. The two teams have the worst records in the league, along with Washington. Thomas might be going under here in this one. The total is right now down actually to 166 for the most part. It's actually gone up, the total in this game. All right, I'll take the Mercury because taking underdogs in the WNBA seems like a pretty good idea. I do like what Phoenix is doing also here early on. Next one up, one you guys are talking about. It's a game featuring the two top rookies in the NBA as far as draft picks and playing well. Nothing wrong with Caitlin Clark. I did make a little bit of humor last night with Tony, though, talking about the show because of what I went with on my pick. Please check it out. But interesting to note, and it was pointed out by a beat reporter and talking about I've called into question, and I'm in no position maybe to do so about the Fever's coaching here so far early in the season. Get this. If you're a newfangled guy, even I've kind of come around, right, to trying to know what the metrics guys are doing, the math, if you will. I mean, I can count in sevens very quickly, but the Fever were practicing on, you can see it on social media too. You go check it out. They were practicing their mid range jump shots, basically just inside the 3-point line. No, no, no. No, if you want to go practice 5-foot shots. Go practice 10-foot shots. Don't practice 15-foot shots. You practice either 3-pointers or short shots. What are you doing? This is 2024. Fever need to wake up or they're going to be the worst team in the league. Can you imagine Caitlin Clark shooting those shots from inside the 3-point line? I don't care if she's missing a bunch of them. Just keep shooting at this point. I've got LA in this one, plus the points. Did I tell you that road underdogs in the WNBA are 16-4-1 so far this season? Yeah, I did. I just told you 2 minutes ago. So we're going to take another dog here in a game where, I don't know, sounds like the Fever strategy is to score less on their buckets than everybody else. That's not good. Cameron Brink, a real good defensive player, as it's turning out, it looks like a top shot blocker in the league for the Sparks. Fever definitely, having some issues. Caitlin Clark, she's a team's leading scorer. She leads the team in assists. She had the big baskets last game. She's a pretty good player. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise here. Cameron Brink, she might be better than advertised, actually. Tony was kind of making fun of maybe of her sleight of build, but I think her game does, I think everybody can agree, her game does kind of work here. Yeah, will some of these players look to get stronger? I think we've already seen Clark. You can see kind of some, maybe I'm looking at it too closely, some definition, some strength, obviously working on it a little bit. So I'm going to take the Sparks here. And let's see here. We have some, everybody was talking about that Fever game under here for a little bit. Thank you, Wilson. Bye-bye, and thank you. And here's Ray on the Sparks today. And Thomas says he's got the PRAs under. Here comes Chad, been red hot in the W, and he says, give me the Sparks as well. We've got no Chad challenge there because we are on the Sparks together. And also Chad said the Storm. So, let's do it, Chad, before you go. I'll take the challenge. I'll take the challenge here in the last game. Let's move on to it. I'll take the Sky. I'm big on the Sky here, certainly this season, and I've got another underdog in the WNBA. So I'm willing to do it with you, Chad. Don't get me wrong. I think the Storm are one of the better teams, maybe one of the teams that talked about the rebuilding, if you will. The Storm, when they lost, certainly they're a great player heading into last season. That was going to be tough to replace, right? But you look at what the Storm has right now with their trio of stars, with Lloyd, with Ngumake, with Magbagor. The team is really looking good, but I'm big on the Sky. I've already took the Sky to win the WNBA championship at 45-1. Do I think they'll win? They could. Quite frankly, I think that this might be a little bit more open. I think we're going to see some vulnerability. Now, the Aces did just cut their first round draft choice, but I don't think it's because of depth. I think they might have a few more issues. They might not be able to repeat that awesome record because maybe the other teams might also have something to say about that. I like the Sky, big time improvement from the Sky. What I said on Tony's show, and I think about some of the teams that have made the and Chad doesn't like the Sky. So here's the one thing about the Sky: they went out and they got one of their players, as I mentioned, from who was a lottery choice, who was out of the league for a year, all of a sudden coming back, averaging 8 points per game. You see this roster here. To me, looks pretty good. So Dana Evans is looking pretty strong. Mabry really crushing. Reese, do want to work on that field goal percentage, but all the rest is looking pretty good. And of course, Williams is looking pretty good as well. So to me, the Sky look like the underrated team right now. I took him at 45-1. Hopefully, can get some leverage out of that, even if they don't make it all the way to the finals. So, all right, and Double says that's his team, and I think Reese will work on that because you know what? She really maneuvers well underneath the basket and between players and all that. So I think Reese will improve that shooting percentage. So, all right, Chad and I got a challenge here tonight. I'm willing to take the points here, even if it might be 3 even right now. It's down to 2. Let me give Chad. Hey, Chad needs all the help he can. Well, he doesn't really. Go check him out on his social media. He's been hot. And the total here has really gone. This is what. Hey, go check out my video. I don't want to. Hopefully, everybody saw the video last night and got on it. Here's the current line 166.5. If you know what I mean. This one's gone much, much higher than when I talked about this game last night on my video. So I will take the Sky here, and I'll take it +2. Chad, I probably get 2.5 at a book. Most of the books leaning 2. I see Bovada though now down to 2. So looks like the move certainly is on the Sky. And I agree though with certainly to the most part, Storm looking good here this year. Chad really likes him here, and he likes him in this game. Look at this. He's willing to lay a little handicap with him. And that really is funny because like there's a group of improved teams, and the bad teams are the team, what can you say? They are right now, the Fever, the Mystics, right? Not looking to the teams that maybe they should be better with these rookies. And it's that group of teams that kind of added uh, bulk personnel, I guess, more personnel, it feels like. And what I said about this league right now at 12 teams, it might be a little bit easier to build your depth in one season or build a better team in one season. Yeah, maybe the Aces have had a good groove here over the last 2 years, but that's it for the show, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Morning Steam. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, here on the Tony's YouTube channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for over 100 live views in the different platforms combined. Join us here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel for videos from all of our handicappers here, from several of them anyway. You can catch all of those and the OG crew as well. Don't forget to check out their channel as well. And of course, the drive through 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Tony and the Pick Dogs crew get you out of there well before the top of the hour with all those picks for the primetime games, because that's what they do on the drive through. Is give you live free sports picks, as we do here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Catch me today. Grab my 3-day all sports pass. This is how you support me on the channel. See, it says time pass right there. 72 hours. Grab this package after 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Today, you get 4 days worth of plays out of me because I get all my best plays up there on the weekdays before 9 a.m. Or I'm sorry, 3 p.m. Eastern, and on the weekends, certainly even earlier than that. So no, there's no guarantees here. This is a 72-hour time pass, but I know my life, and I know when I enter the plays. If you're going to give the time pass here with me, $99, take $20 off. That's $80, $79, whatever it is, for 4 days worth of picks from me. That's just supporting me, and hopefully we'll have a winning experience. You could be on your way and go have a couple of nice dinners, or maybe subscribe with me again, or any of our cappers. Why not team me up with doubles and a 2-for-1 capper promotion? How about me and Tony T right now with the baseball? It's pretty hot right now if you do that. Luis, thank you. Thomas, 2 cups. Chad, thank you. Everybody for joining me here on the Morning Steam. We'll be back tomorrow 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, be fuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Don't let real game.